Aston Martin's made some pretty memorable cars over the years, but you may be less familiar with the BullDog.
That's because they only made one, and it's been languishing in storage for the best part of 40 years.
And now it's back in the workshop for a painstaking restoration. Phil Mackey's been to see it.
Using a turbocharged V8 engine, the BullDog can reach over 170 miles per hour.
They say it was the first ever hypercar, a word used to describe only the most desirable high-performance vehicles on the planet.
Because you just press the button and you're released into the outer world.
It was launched in a blaze of publicity, but only one Aston Martin BullDog was ever made. The planned production run was cancelled and the car sold to a buyer in the Middle East. Now it's back in the UK. They're 6 months into a restoration project that could last another year. It's painstaking work. Spare parts aren't exactly easy to find, so they're having to make some from scratch. Well, if you're wondering where everything from inside the car is, well, it's in these 5 cases, all kinds of bits and pieces that have been packed up and put into storage. This is the original promotional license plate for the BullDog, and how about this? 1980s state-of-the-art dashboard displays and controls, all of which is being restored and will end up back in the BullDog. When it's finished, it'll look like this, and the man overseeing it all is the son of the man who ran Aston Martin back in 1980.
Ever since he retired from Aston Martin in 1992, I've spent some time thinking and pondering this car, and I've seen it a few times in my life in sad storage units, and here I am today overseeing the restoration and looking forward to driving it. Quite simply, it was a quantum leap ahead of what anyone else is doing. And for this spaceship design, with its gull-wing doors and these incredible where the bonnet drops down when everyone else was doing pop-up headlights, dramatic noise when the doors opened, and real-world performance, that's the main thing to understand, is that the real-world performance was far above any other car that was available to use on the road at the time.
The workshop in Shropshire specialises in classic car restorations.
5 centrally mounted lights.
But they've never seen anything like this, and nor had the motoring public 40 years ago.
It was massively ahead of its time. If you think about what was on the road back in 1979, 1980, the average Joe driving around in an Aston Allegro or something, compared to a 700 horsepower mid-engined gull-wing doored hypercar, which is exactly what BullDog is. Tremendously advanced.
And you'll see what I mean when I say it looks as though it's about to take off into space and fly.
Once it's fully restored, they hope to test it at the speed it was designed for, more than 200 miles an hour. It hasn't been driven at all for 30 years. It cost £150,000 in 1980, now it's worth millions. But as well as money, it will take a lot of spirit to put this BullDog back on the road. Phil Mackey, BBC News, Shropshire.